Alright, so I'm trying to finish this quickly because, that's why it's just black screen. I didn't bother to put up scenery for you guys to enjoy. Luckily, episode 2 of Race Recaps will probably, for Atlanta, have, the winner in front of it and then the, second, third, fourth behind. So, I'm going to talk about the Daytona 500, which in my opinion is the greatest race I've ever watched. Which, that sounds crazy, but it's still, I think, the greatest race I've ever watched. Great racing all day, great winner, and as a Logano fan, that was amazing to watch. I was disappointed at first that Kyle Busch side-drafted him and cost him all his momentum. Yeah, Hamlin, yeah, that was cool. Emotional for the Gibbs family. I Cole Custer. So, just great race. Great racing all day. There was some pretty intense racing with about 20, 30 to go where they were 3 wide all over. And as a Logano fan, I was so stressed out. Like, all it took was a little bit of a tap from Boyer and Stenhouse to spin out in front of Logano. And it would collect Logano and so many other cars. So, I actually ended up missing the humongous wreck that Almirola got airborne in. I don't know why. But I ended up missing that big wreck, and the race just lasted so incredibly long. I went to the Daytona 500 last year, and it was like almost night, and this year it was definitely night. Now, Cole Custer. Thing about Paul Menard is you can't really blame him. I mean, you're just shoving at Daytona. You're shoving at Daytona, and all it takes is Matt DiBenedetto to get loose, and, you're all wrecking. So, all it takes is just a little bit of a tap, and DiBenedetto spinning, they're all wrecking. So, I can't really blame Menard for that, or DiBenedetto. So, a big turning point in the race was definitely that big wreck that got DiBenedetto, Menard, all those guys. That was a big turning point in the race. Because it got so many top cars out there that were running out there, and so just nobody really left. So I like how that race was great. I like how all the people were like, this is going to be a single file Daytona 500, horrible. And I was trying to tell people in the comments, it was just the duels, it was just the clash. It's not like a championship race. The duels and the clash, they're not for championship points or anything. So, I know the duels, top 10 points and all that, but not everybody gets points. I think the interesting thing about the whole thing is how people were literally, not a lot of people like to admit when there's about to be a bad race. Or at least they think. I knew deep down inside that it's the duels and the clash. They were single file up top for the simple reason that they're just riding out to the finish, and then at the finish they'll battle it out. At the Daytona 500, there's stuff on the line, and they're gonna race hard, So I can't. I just think. I don't know. I guess I can't blame the people who thought that it was going to be a single file up high snooze fest because they'd seen what was going on all speed weeks. It was a good race, That's all that matters at the end of the day. So I want to talk about Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin. I love how he's been denied. He's been denied respect the past couple years for stupid reasons, like where he cut down a tire in last year's Daytona 500, went up and flipped Darrell Wallace Jr. That was not Denny's fault. He cut down a tire. If you look at the onboard, Hamlin blew a tire and went up into Wallace, but apparently it's all Hamlin's fault if it has to do with Darrell Wallace Jr. And then he also lost respect because he hadn't won in so long. It's been 2017 Darlington since he's won a race. So, people aren't really giving him as much respect. I overestimated him last year. I had him going to the round of 8, which a little overestimating. He had bad luck, and that's why I missed the first round. So, can't really blame him for that. So, good race by Denny. Great race by Joe Gibbs to get 1, 2, 3. So I guess that'll end the first episode of this race recap series that I literally came up with in 1 second. So I guess I'll see you guys later.